Hey friends, it's Maria Murphy. Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you are well. I am packing, which I don't like to pack, but we're going to California and we're excited about that. It is my husband and my first time in California. So we leave tomorrow morning and we will be there till next Wednesday. So we are pretty excited about it. We will be in tourist mode. I mean, I will be a tourist. In California. So we start off in Palm Springs, end up in Carlsbad, and everywhere else in between. So we're excited. But I thought I would take a break from packing because it's not something I like to do. Not good at it. I usually bring too much, but I'd rather bring too much than not enough. I'm sure the ladies can empathize with me today. Anyway, now I'm just putting things in and going, you know what? I'll just buy it there if I need it. I'll just buy it there. So there's like a big list of things that I might have to buy when we get there. Anyway, I just was thinking about how many years ago I heard someone say that we should schedule our priorities. And so at that point in my life, I was not living a life by design. I was living a life by default. And so I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know my life's purpose. I was just kind of taking life as it happened. So whatever I was dealt, whatever card I was dealt, so to speak, I just kind of did it and handled it, put out fires a lot because when you're not scheduling things, uh, it's whatever happens, happens. And so I tried this exercise and it was not productive for me. I could not schedule anything because everything was a priority. Everything. I didn't know how to determine what was a priority, what wasn't. I had things on the calendar that, like, just things, and it was not productive at all. I can tell you, I was very busy, 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 busy. I was a single mom of two kids at the time. I was working full time. I was involved in my church. I was doing a lot of things, but I was not productive. And so that exercise was unproductive for me. So then, fast forward to a few years ago, I was listening to my mentor, John Maxwell, and he said, the success of your life is determined by your daily routine. And he said, if you want to see success, change one thing you do every day. I was like, wow, one thing, just one thing. And then he said, if I could follow you around for a 24-hour period for one day, I can determine whether or not you are going to be successful. And he said, because your habits, the things you do every day, not what you do once in a while, but the things you do every day will tell me if you are going to be successful or not. That's a scary thought to have John Maxwell follow you around everywhere. So I thought about that and I thought, okay. So then he said, instead of scheduling your priorities, prioritize your schedule. Oh, so I thought, okay, one thing, if I could change one thing, what's one thing that I'm doing that's not productive, that's not leading me to anything? Oh, I should add that by this point in my life, I became aware of my life's purpose. So now I had something to go by. If you don't know why you're here or what you're supposed to do in life, or if you don't have dreams or goals for your life, it's kind of hard to schedule anything or to prioritize anything. So that's the first step. That really is the first step. And so once I determined that, it was kind of easier for me to prioritize my schedule. And that exercise was easy to do. I have a rule of five. I discussed it in a previous video. I do those every day. Those are non-negotiable. Those are things I know I have to do. That's a habit that I do every day that's going to get me closer. And it's getting me closer to my seeing my dreams fulfilled. So I have those five things. From there, I look at my life, and these are the things. I mean, you got to schedule date nights. You got to schedule family time. You got to schedule these things because if you don't, what happens is, oh, I'm going to do it. And that's the law of diminishing intent, right? The things that you don't do, but you intend to do, if you don't do them right away, the longer you wait, chances are you're not going to do them. And that's how we do a lot of things in life, isn't it? So get it on the calendar. If it's important to you, it should be on your calendar. Some people say, well, I want to get closer to God. Well, where is the time on your calendar that you spend reading your Bible or praying or doing any of those things, attending church? Is that on your calendar? Because if it's not, anything else that comes along is going to take the place of that. And if that is going to bring you closer to being closer to God, then that is what you should do. If you want to start a new company, and you don't have any idea how to do this, but you need to research other companies that do this, maybe that's a good starting point. Well, where is the time that you've set aside to do that? I used to watch a lot of TV, and I still watch TV, but not as much as I did. And so I had to cut down on that time and schedule something that would put me closer to my dream. Instead of watching others live theirs on TV, why don't I do something that will bring me closer to my dreams? And so prioritizing your schedule is something that works for me. Let me know in comments if this is something you do and how it works for you. How do you do it? How do you determine what your priorities are? I will get back to packing, even though I don't want to. And I will see you soon. Have a wonderful